Hey guys, how's it going? Just giving you an update. The Mustang clutch has been replaced, and we have found the culprit of the bad shifting, the hard clutch, everything, the almost everything. I'm sure fifth gear still is needs a new synchro, but this guy right here, throwout bearing. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, but let's go over to an area where it's a little lighter. But I can tell you right now the clutch has been changed out recently. Let's see, here we go. You see the inside of that? Look how scuffed up it is. That is supposed to be incredibly smooth, but it's not. The clutch has been changed out recently because when we looked at it, when we took the old one out, actually I have it right here. I guess I can move some of this stuff out of the way. When we pulled the old clutch, I say old, it doesn't have very many miles on it from what it looks like, but you can see it looks really, really good. And you see that there, it says luck. That is not the original clutch. The original clutch would have the Ford emblem on it somewhere. But Ford does use luck for their clutches, but the Ford is stamped in the clutch plate. So the clutch disc has a crap ton of life left on it. I mean, I don't know, there's not many miles on it at all. The flywheel doesn't look half bad either, but it does have hot spots on it from where it was grabbing and jumping around. You can see little spots here and there. But anyway, there's that. The pressure plate would look the same. There's nothing wrong with it. So, that throb, we replaced everything, including we even did the rear main seal because it did have a leak in it. And the bottom of the we took the gearbox off of the bell housing first. It made it easier to get the bell housing off since the car is not in the air. We left the rear end on the ground and just jacked up the front. So we took the drive shaft out to pull the gearbox off of the bell housing, and that made it easier to pull the bell housing off and just a much lighter piece than the whole thing by itself. The whole transmission bell housing all in one piece. It was easier to do it that way, to take it off. We should have put it together before we put it back on because it took us a while to get everything lined up. But anyway, it all went back together pretty good. And we changed out the pilot bearing, the throwout bearing, obviously, the clutch plate, disc, and the pressure plate. I put a new flywheel on it because it seemed like the clutch would have been old the way it was driving. But whoever did the clutch replacement last time did it wrong. They didn't replace the flywheel, they didn't turn the flywheel, they didn't replace the throwout bearing, and they didn't replace the pilot bearing. So the pilot bearing was a pain in the butt to get out. It was coming out in pieces. So I'm probably going to be spending the next couple of days picking up needle bearings off of the floor. But other than that, I took it for a drive last night, and I tell you what, the car feels like it's a brand new car. Clutchly speaking, I should say. But it's wonderful. The action on the clutch is light, a lot lighter than it was. And the point of friction is a good gradual feel. It's not like let it out a little bit and then it bites. A nice good lead into the full engagement. So I'm kind of happy about that. So later on today, we're going to take it for a ride and take it down the highway, get it up to speed, see how we like her. I'm sure she's going to perform wonderfully. But, well, that's about it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll talk at y'all later.